Hi Pat, my name is Denise Fitzgerald. I'm with the East Cork Journal. I can see you have a protest going on here, Pat, today, and a nice crowd of supporters behind you. What exactly is happening?
It is for a group of ordinary people that are concerned not only with the water charges, I would say, but it's just that's what we used to start with today. Today, it is the water charges. It's the austerity generally.
Grand, perfect,
There is a demand for it.
Yes.
And it's coming from ordinary, everyday people. Yeah. We're not here representing anybody or any political ism or faction.
So you're not
or anything.
actually aligned to any party or any group.
No.
It's just the people of the town that have come together to speak about this.
Yeah,
is it?
Exactly.
Okay. And obviously these people all disagree for different reasons and some for the same reasons. Would you just talk to me about some of the problems attached to the people of the town? The obvious ones we know about, but there are others. There was a lady there a moment ago and she was saying that she has 6 children and that the water is necessary. Not eating is one thing, but they have to wash the clothes, they have to wash the children, they have to clean the house. She can't do it. Could you just elaborate?
Well, that's one of the normal reasons for that people are against this, because this is imposed upon people whether they can afford it or not. And I mean, it is hard enough living as it is without all these charges after. This is only one of many, by the way, the water charge.
Okay.
A lot of people just cannot afford it.
Indeed.
Plain and simple.
And do you think, for example, that this demonstration today, I take it, it's not going to stop here? You're going to go further with this and you're going to do other forms of demonstration. Could you tell me, will you do it on a weekly basis, Pat, or will you?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, we are hoping that we'll do it on a weekly basis.
Okay.
And build it up. It came out of, this started in Dublin. Dublin says no.
It did, yeah.
It is happening all over the country. It is happening in every town and village.
It is, yeah.
All over. It's spreading all over.
Affected,
it is ordinary people. There is no political group behind it pushing it.
No.
It is people themselves coming out on the streets, letting their voice be known.
You can hear them bidding as they go along there. I've noticed great support from all the traffic going by.
There are a lot of things that people are not happy with.
Indeed.
Yeah, so the whole lot comes under the austerity.
Indeed. Can I ask you just one other thing? If it comes to the point, Pat, where that the meters come into the town and they're going to be, will you do something, or is it in your plan? When you say yours, I mean the people's plan to stop the meters as they have done. I mean, can you see the situation developing to that point?
Yeah, quite possibly. If you ask my personal opinion of it,
I
will do all within my power to stop it.
Really?
I am totally and utterly against it. We are already paying for our water. It's called taxes.
It is indeed, yeah.
So how many times do I got to pay for a service? First we're paying for it and we're not having it delivered. 40% of it is going down to Swanee.
Okay.
Right?
And do you personally, as I think maybe Denise is very involved in this as well now, she was one of the hosts of the protest, could you see more support for this as the protest goes on, or as he put against it, the water meters? Can you see support coming from the local people?
I can. The support is, as I say, it is happening all over the country. This is the first day in Youghal.
It is, yeah.
So I can't tell. I wish if I could,
okay.
but I do believe it will gather support and will gather momentum.
And tell me, just before I finish, if you had a message to give to Phil Hogan or the government, what would your message be? In your own words, Pat, what would your message be on behalf of the people, but your own opinion? What would it be?
It's very simple.
Right.
Start listening to what people are telling you.
Okay.
Or protesting against the water charges and the household charges. It's about time, I think, somebody stood up and said enough is enough. People around the country have been protesting against this for a long time, and you have, Baldonnel says no, and Galway says no, Trim says no. Well, Youghal says no too. Denise Gilman says no too.
Okay. Yeah, this is your first day down here. Is this going to be a weekly event?
That's the plan, yes.
Have you much support?
On paper we do. Today now I was expecting an awful lot more people to actually come down here, but that's going to happen on the first week, But I have been given an awful lot of telephone numbers, and people have been contacting me on private message and on a private basis, offering their support, their telephone numbers, their addresses, so that when the time comes and we need to step up and stand in front of water meter installers, we'll have phone numbers of people that we can ring for support. So we'll have numbers. We want to have huge shows of numbers and unity. It's mostly women, obviously, because for some reason it's women who are at home during the day, and they're the ones who are trying to make ends meet. So it is an awful lot of women who are contacting me and saying, I can't do this again. I can't hand out another €250 a year, if not more in some cases. we're just crippling under the pressure at this stage.
What's your problem with the water tax?
Basically, I live in a country where it rains 10 months of the year. God gives it to us free. We've already been taxed for it. It's included in all the other taxes that we pay. So now we're being asked to pay again. It isn't fair. It just isn't fair, because the normal housewife and the normal mother and the normal families are crippling under the pressure at this stage, and trying to keep cars on the road, trying to keep children fed, trying to pay their education costs, medical costs. It's too much. People are buckling under the pressure.
Denise, you said that 20 years ago you wouldn't have done this. You're doing it now. Why?
No.
What's the change?
20 years ago I had 3 children, and I was subject to the same fear that young mothers are facing now. I'm now a grandmother. My children have grown up, and I can stand up now. I wasn't in a position to do it then, and I understand why a lot of people with children can't come down today and they can't stand up, because they're scared. But that's what it's all done. It's a fear factor, and it's recycled fear over and over again. And somebody did it 20 years ago when I couldn't. Well, it's my turn now.
And how will people contact you, Denise?
Well, we're on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. Paddy's on Facebook. The Says No group. There's Cork Against Household and Water Charges. These groups are sprinting up all over the place, and it is gathering momentum, and we are putting the pressure on, I think.
And what message have you got to Phil Hogan and the government?
Come on, guys, really. You know, they're not even living in the real world. These people are clearing 2 and 3 grand a week, and somebody, you know, with a child at home, a woman living on her own, is barely getting over €200 if she's lucky. And you want to add on another bill, you know? It's actually been penny wise and pound foolish, because the money that they're going to scrape back from people, and I mean claw from people at this stage, it's actually going to have to come from somewhere else. And where is it going to fall? Where's the fallout going to be? It's going to be medical, it's going to be educational, it's going to be, you know, children who are going to pay the price at the end of the day. That's sad.